It is Friday, July 14th, 11 o'clock at night, of course. So the way the day went based on what I tried to get out and what got out, I mean, what got out, what I was able to, what I was basically able to hear myself say, uh, after those, after just putting those up, and even just because, just because I'm the only one that watched them, and because they're in a public domain, nobody watches these. But because of it's, I don't know, it's interesting. Anyways, it still has an effect. Damn it. So I get silent when I start getting to points. I get silent when I get to the point that that I'm gonna say. But then when, god damn, shit. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go back to the to today's. Okay, today was actually a really good day. Um, because it was a, this sounds so simple, but it had such an effect. It was a day that I could be me. Um, uh, yeah, it was a day that I could be me. The simplest things, the simplest things. It was. Mm. So what I'm realizing is well, the realization, oh, the realization that the, you can be so influenced no matter. Your thoughts are based on the type of information around you, in a sense, like your eyes, the way your senses pick up stuff, and also, damn it, I'm tangenting. Fucking shit. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is going from being depraved, um, and one I've so from this perspective and this present moment, I'm 100% positive that I wasn't born into this. I'm not. Damn it. Anyways, my family's not a part of this topic of conversation. Like, I'm not that cast of person. So when I was 22, I unknowingly entered, or I made enough noise to get attention. I made enough specific exotic noise to get attention from many things. Um, and so, well, not only that, what, what, okay, so what was accessible the longer one went with this. It was a program. It was mm, it was more of an intervention and then a program. I already said that though. Fucking shit. Okay, so while using this tool for extended period for after being after using this tool for months, getting used to it and learning how it operates and learning how to operate it. Um, I get confused because there were people like the the group of people that I hung out with. There were just a few dots of them that were on this that were taking the same thing I was, and I don't know. They didn't exude any. So what I'm trying to figure out, I don't know. I do, but I stop myself from saying it because I feel like I'm boasting. Or yeah. Hmm. So I have a problem with I have a block. I have a block on taking credit for things that I do because I don't want to be known. And that's the program. I do want to be known, but because of what I was shown, because of what I was shown, it okay. So the reason I keep bringing up Og Tellez is because there's one of his videos where he goes into exactly the things that I've been through. Damn it! So I gotta go back and fucking look at those. Son of a bitch! I gotta go back and look at those and take a look at them. God, man, admission. Like even just looking at it, it's it's like I can't, but I can. It's so God damn it. So a thought of today, like in one of the hits of emotion, I was in a Lowe's getting paint with uh, with my business partner, and I couldn't stop leaking from my eyes. I didn't care. I was like, fuck it. I didn't care because it was the first time I was able to feel emotion like that. Oh man, so it's weird. The way it works is throughout the day, as long as I'm well, not as long. If I'm out in public, it's not as bad. I mean, the influence isn't as prominent, and it's an influence of some tape playing a seed of information that was that was put forth on Gaim TV. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, back to okay. During the day and in public, it's as long as I'm like talking or connecting with somebody, that's hard. That's the fucking thing. It's hard to fucking connect with people. And that's the program. Shit. The motherfucking program. So in my event, what all goes into is I could be this is what anyways what all goes into is gonna go on something about frequencies. Hmm. Oh, damn it. They you wake up, they open you up, and when certain frequencies are applied, or they put you through something. They do. They put me. I fucking have to say that. They put. Well, I experienced something that I can't look at, but affected that. It was a spiritual polar shift, either from whatever I saw. I think it was from what I saw. I can't see that. Well, I guess no, because that was pretty tactful. So, using this tool, it's basically a form of ascension. It's spiritual growth to a point of degrees of confirmation in reality, and those getting better, or quantifying. And you get to you get to a point where manifesting in this reality um, isn't just possible. So, anyways, there was a test. It was it was a test. It was a card game. It was a card game before what I call a ritual. It was a card game, and the first game we played was 5 card draw. And long story short, like the two where you're able to like put 2 cards away, or whatever that's called, the redeal. In doing that, I was able to just I was it was weird. It was all the scenario was just us friends playing a card game, but so I kept manifesting my hands, and I kept laughing. I kept laughing because I thought it was hilarious. Oh, because I'd done it before. Oh, what the fuck? I'll have to go back to that. But yeah, I like giggled, and that changed the entire. That was like a tell. And then they all switched, and then we played a different game. Then we played VC, Vietnamese cards. Not everyone knows Vietnamese cards. I learned that one in Houston, Texas. It's a fun game. It's like poker, just anyways. But then they, I don't know, it was weird. So the way I perceived it is they were like, "Oh yeah, watch this," and like it was yeah. So they destroyed me in VC, and it was weird. It was like we just skipped time to the end, and they won. And I was like, "Fuck." And then there was another game of, well, once I started catching on, I guess there was a piece of me that started catching on. Then there was a game of chess, and then when I started catching on, I basically just refused to play. I did I didn't I just did not I did not participate. And then there was the girl. this is my biggest part of biggest trauma. So, amongst the friends that I was with at the time, one of my good ones, his girlfriend, this is the girl that I'm speaking of. Cool girl, but as time went on, like we all hung out in my apartment, and she started. It was interesting. She started having like tells about her. It was yeah. She started having tells, and oh man, there were points throughout the experience where I don't know if it was really her because of when I look back on it how different it was. But anyways, this girl, um, basically, so at first, I'll say it like this. At first, her craft, um, was like basically just scared to the point of I don't care what happens, just let it happen. It's happened before. Get on with it. Um, just like on the floor, just kind of like rocking back and forth, like shaking. Before things started to ensue. Um, I'm not gonna go any further. It was. Yeah, I'm not gonna go any further because um, when they started speaking about what they wanted, what would happen if one of them gave this specific object to her, what would happen, and the pleasure we would get, all of us would get. And as soon as that happened, it was like another trigger in me like turned on, and yeah, that was where I said more than no. And then after that, she came back. I don't know if this was another personality or if this was a different person or if this is just, all I'm gonna say is the girl came back, the one that was about to be taken advantage of, um, came back and uh, really did some quantum things. Well, we both did, not like sexually or anything. It started off with a conversation, and this is where yeah it was another part of her or something else. I don't know, but it was the same vessel. She was asking me where I got all this knowledge from, and after that, I don't remember much. And then fast forward, we're still in my apartment. It's me and her standing up at a desk, um, and in front of us manifested is like a quantum computer, and there's all these symbols on it. It's like a puzzle, and I'm sitting there doing mine, and she's doing hers, and I look over at hers, and I guess I noticed something was wrong, and so I reached over and I was like, no, 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 like this, and I switched them around for her, and immediately after I did that, um, I don't know, I was either hit with something, but the scenario changed, confusion ensued. Oh yeah, oh, what the fuck? That's where the raw came in, the RA. The way I describe it to myself is she left me at RA. We went in the quantum computer, yeah. There was an R, which is pi, and then A. That was what she left me on. And so as time went on, I don't know. As time went on, I slowly. That's the way I perceive it. Oh, after that, because yeah, after that, it seemed like whatever I was doing, completely was I don't know. Oh, well, because I saw what was happening, and I felt so taken advantage of. And what happened after that? Hmm. And then Virginia, and now here. There's a lot more that went on, but that's like the gist of like the thing that I don't know plays in my head. And then the freaking program that went with it, man. Oh my gosh. There will be a loss. That's what they say. It was a female voice. There's always a loss. Actually, I don't think that was a program. No, the program was show off. Hold on. The program was show off. Oh man, you're the last of them. There's more, but I can't get to them. Show off, you're the last of them. Show off fucking sucked. That's what got my family members. That's the actions that, anyways, things that after the shit. Oh man, I was basically taken to psych wards and halfway houses and watching myself do this and doing this. Oh, it was crazy. But there was also something else that came through that kind of balanced things out. Man, show off. Show off sucked. You can't say no. So that was a program as well. I just remember sitting in my apartment just having these conversations with these presences in front of me. Couldn't see them, but they were there. Some of them were, I don't know. Anyways, I'm not gonna go dualistic. I'm just gonna leave it be. Yeah, oh man, yeah, there's the test. It was a psychic program. It was kind of cool, some of the stuff that I got to do that I can remember. Not kind of, it was pretty cool. It was really cool. And then it was more just following the program and seeing where it led. That was horrible. It was like my soul was just drained. Oh man, so this is just interesting. So something I had to do to develop a tactic, or to develop an extra action to access something else, was basically be sleep deprived. And what they tell me was 14 days that I didn't sleep. 14 nights. And that I don't remember. I have no idea where I went or what I did. I do, because when I came back, I tried telling people, and that's what also got me put in the psych. No. And that's what got people worried, that my mom worried, I think. Because I'd call them up. I'd literally come back or come out of wherever I was. No, I was coming back. I went. I'd be like, hey, guess what? We don't need it, da 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 da. And hang up and go right back. It was, oh man. Just stuff you have to tell somebody. Stuff you have to tell somebody. And then when they hit you, stuff you have to tell somebody in a way you can't say. And that sucks. Man, ever since these videos, it feels like I'm getting my mind back. There was enough of me to operate in public and not snap enough or be triggered enough to, I don't know, just a side of an experience in a time that will change. There's always things happening, there's always new information, there's always new disinformation, which is also information if certain people are doing it. I don't know. I don't want to feel like I'm pinned against everybody. That's part of the program too. Everybody's against you. That that's what took over my mind, or what would take over my mind and re-trigger me. Cause I'd have a day of just being me, or no, it's always in the head. So if I'm asked the right questions or presented with the right energy, I'm allowed to express, or was allowed to express. Yeah, everybody, it was, man. It's like they gave me the, I don't know, it's interesting. Gotta find another word for that. I've said that enough times for me to say that. There are unbelievable things coming on both ends of the spectrum. Well, no, because this is like, I don't know, like going through this information and whatnot. There's, yeah. This is like the worst of it. Because I think well, for me, what comes next is what I've been fucking waiting for. I'm designed for something different. Oh, and they grabbed that and tried to present it to the world in weird ways, and then like full force. Oh man, the only person it affected was me. Well, that's kind of embarrassingly funny. Yeah, it is. Raw tier air, raw terror. That's how the subconscious will process that. It won't work because I hit myself with it. And I don't think anybody knows about this. They won't say anything about it. Anyways, I'm just glad I can fucking hear myself talk. I'm glad I can feel. I'm glad I know I'm getting my mind back. Not for myself. You know, yeah, I'm getting my mind back. That AI though, I don't know. It's something in a position of anonymity that uses many things. Okay, so I'm putting in a reminder in at the end at the end of this one. Okay, so I have to talk about Cameron Duncan and the technology he experienced, and a, well, it's not a theory because I can't speak on theories. So after that digests, I'll watch this and be reminded to make it about how they made Junior, or how they made Junior, and how they made other things to manifest them. All the stuff Corey Good talks about, it's not old old tech. It's just now it's just frequencies. That's it. They just snag a frequency, copy it, apply it. Well, like I don't know. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Burger. That's like brrrr. It's nothing like that. That's the best of my abilities. Yeah, it's like a silent conversation. Man, that seed taps into your hate and your rage and the personalities you developed. They make you feel like you're part of their clique. But it's just you. It's been 5 years and 5 months of solitude and sacrifice. Not in a bad way, like myself, like fasting, spiritual attainments, stuff like that. Oh, I got an early morning tomorrow. I'm actually excited tomorrow. I'm excited for tomorrow. Well, unbeknownst world, and ever-present universe, and never forget about the omniverse. The ever flow. Forever flow.